more. Get out alive. That is the final warning tonight from anxious Florida emergency management officials as Hurricane Milton is closing in. Milton's outer bands are already being felt along the Gulf Coast, though the storm's violent landfall is still hours away. This afternoon, the storm weakened to a Category 3 with 125-mile-per-hour winds. Lee Waldman has the very latest from Tampa.
This is it, folks.
Hurricane Milton's outer bands are lashing the Florida Gulf Coast, and it only gets worse from here.
It'll keep picking up hour after hour. You will be on your own.
Other state officials echoing the same ominous tone.
When you figure it out, like, hey, I shouldn't be here. Hey, I need help, and help's not coming.
It's going to take us hours, if not days, to be able to come to you.
Final calls for preparations and evacuations switch midday to ones of try to stay alive.
Make sure you have a life preserver handy. Make sure that you have plenty of supplies with you because you may be stuck in your home.
Milton's winds are whipping up tornadoes with at least 2 spotted Wednesday in Hendry and Broward counties.
No matter where you are, you will experience the power of this storm.
Despite the catastrophic forecasts, some storm veterans are staying put on barrier islands.
If we were to lose a pylon and the house wasn't sturdy, that scares me the most.
But not scared enough to leave.
We certainly fear the storms and the hurricanes. We just choose to ride it out.
As the evening hours approach, the wait begins for what's on the other side.
FEMA is ready.
We have hundreds of state search and rescue personnel embedded in the potential impact sites.
Godspeed to all of us that are in the path of this storm.
In Tampa, Florida, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
And here's a closer look at one of those 2 tornadoes that Lee mentioned. This twister was caught on camera near I-75. That's Alligator Alley in Broward County. We're told the tornado crossed the interstate at one point, but did not appear to impact any populated areas, and thankfully, no one was injured. And check this out. New cameras from the International Space Station show the dramatic size of Milton. These images were taken of the storm when it was still a Category 4. And as we reported, this hurricane could still grow in intensity before coming ashore. You're going to want to watch Nightly News at 5:30 for more updates. Tonight, Lester Holt is live in St. Pete Beach as Milton approaches. But first, Ben has new details on the storm and what's happening right now. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Rena. Yeah, it looks like this storm is going to be making landfall earlier than anticipated, likely within the next 6 hours or so. It is still a Category 3 hurricane, and it is expected to drop in intensity a little bit as it approaches shore. But it's another thing that's actually impacting Florida. It's tornadoes. You had mentioned there were a couple. There were actually more than a dozen tornadoes reported across Florida today, as the eye wall is still about 60 miles offshore right now, but it's moving easterly at about 17 miles per hour. So probably making landfall near Sarasota, likely within the next 5 or 6 hours or so if it continues that pace. Notice all the tornado warnings that continue for parts of eastern Florida right now. There's at least 3 or 4 of them out at the moment, and you can see these are all individual supercell thunderstorms, which are all capable of producing tornadoes. In fact, there were, again, 14 tornadoes reported at last check, some of which include just outside the Fort Myers area. So there's a look at the storm right now. It's losing its eye right now. It's starting to lose those classic hurricane features, but it is still expected to make landfall within the next couple of hours.